Hello and welcome. I am Jess Kempmans with Guided by Equus, and I'm here with your horse wisdom insights for the week of November 9th. Right above me, I have summer, and I came here to these 6 that I brought home just before the snowstorm hit, and they kind of settled in during the storm, and now they're just kind of resting and relaxing into this space. And I have Daisy laying here beside me. And in a really interesting turn of events, I don't know if I've ever had her be laying down when I've come up to the herd and have her remain laying down in a space for me to kind of hang out here with her. So just recognizing that there's, between last week and this week, it feels like there's a shift in, I want to say, our awareness, our perception, and our perspective that is possible. And the thing that keeps coming to me for this coming week is this idea of creating a space of invitation. And what this looks like is kind of very much similar to this. The support in the background and above us from spirit, the grounded connection to the earth below us through the animals, through just us being able to be in our own reality this week in the world, and be able to take a breath and create that space for to invite something that wants to come to us, a dog. Something that wants to come to us to help us this week, to help us realize a part of us that's kind of been in denial, I want to say, and a longing for it to kind of come back to us through that heart center. Hi, dog. Stay down, please. And so, like this dog, trying to get our attention, but in a way that is really asking us to just create some space for this opportunity, for this invitation. It's like in an invitation, we have the ability to receive and respond to it. And so this week is having that space that we are creating in our lives for that to be able to be recognized, I guess is the best way to put it. And I know starting off this week, I was kind of feeling a little bit of purposelessness, anxiety, I want to call it, not really knowing what to do or where to be with all of this, or where to go with all of these things that I have kind of coming into my awareness. And going for a walk, then I was able to come here and sit in this space and just be able to receive by tuning into what it was that wanted to come through. Because in all honesty, I have no idea what wants to come through until I turn the camera on and press record. But actually that feels really settling, is that as we create an opportunity for this invitation to come to us, it's that, I want to say the word final piece of the puzzle, because it feels like we've been getting all of these mini pieces almost to reframe an individual piece, if that makes any sense. And like we're calling all of these pieces of ourselves back to us through the course of the goings on that we've been part of, as well as how we're feeling about all of it. And so I know there's been a lot of grief and anger that have arisen in the last couple of weeks through various circumstances. And yet in those opportunities, by allowing yourself to feel those things, there's a deeper recognition of a meaning to the purpose of that sense of grief or anger or whatever it is that's arising in your own emotional field. And through allowing yourself to be present with those, there's also the ability to tune into the deeper meaning of not only those emotions and why they're there, but this thing that is trying to find its way back to you. So it's almost like by you opening up this space to create the invitation, this invitation that is wanting you to step into it can kind of call you forward into it this week. So just taking a breath on that, and once again sharing Daisy and Summer and the rest of the herd who is all behind and surrounding me. And much love from myself and the horses of Guided by Equus. And there's one more piece. It feels like just there's this big opportunity of like a almost, I touched my head, it's like a crown opening, like a blossoming awareness of something that we're repurposing in our lives. It's like this thing that's always been part of us and we've known it's there. But as we connect to this invitation this week, we are able to see ourselves repurposed through it, and it repurposed by us kind of rekindling a spark or a desire or a passion for it in a way that is of renewed faith and interest. So I would love to hear if this resonates for you guys and maybe what that looks like for you in your world. And much love from myself and the horses of Guided by Equus. And stay tuned for where this is taking us all into the rest of November.